Hello, this is Rachel from 7 and All, and today I'm going to be sharing what's in my kids' Christmas stocking. When I was growing up, opening up the stockings was one of my favorite parts of Christmas Day. And when we were decorating for Christmas this year, my oldest son said, "Mom, stockings are my favorite." So I'm like, yes, I'm passing down this love and excitement for this little tradition of seeing the little surprises of what's inside the stocking each year. When I was growing up, me and my siblings also all had personalized stockings that matched or coordinated and had our names on them, so I have carried on that tradition. This is our chosen stockings, which are the LL Bean embroidered stockings. Each of my boys has a different pattern and has their name on it, and I have loved these, just that very classic traditional style. And then what's going in the stockings? So for context, I have a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a brand new 1-year-old, a 12-month-old this Christmas. And they're all boys. So for the first two, their gifts are pretty much very similar or right aligned with each other. And then for the baby, his are a little bit different because, he's a baby. So let's dive in. This is a stocking tradition for us. Let me know if you also participate in this tradition, but we do fun toothbrushes for the stocking every year. Something a little bit more fun than the typical normal. So we're doing Spider-Man and Paw Patrol. I think this one for my oldest and this one for the second. Then we got this game, which might need a little bit of explanation. I don't know if you've seen it or played with it, but this is a elastic belt that has the fuzzy part of Velcro, and then these are little tails that can attach to the belt. My boys played this recently at a friend's birthday party that the friend had a set of these, and they loved it. They were so out of breath from running around so much. So we are actually getting 2 sets for one stocking, 2 sets for another stocking, so they can have some extras to also play with friends and just run around at the park. It's basically tag, and you're trying to pull the little ribbon tails off of the other person. Touch tag, tail tag. I don't know the name of this, but I will try to find it and link to it down below. But so much fun. They get out so much energy. They wanted to keep playing this for hours. So now they're gonna have their own set. We are currently deeply in the Lego phase of life, which has mainly been Star Wars Legos actually, but my son suddenly had a different request. We've been learning about early American history in homeschool and about the Revolutionary War, and he asked me, "Hey, is there any Revolutionary War Lego set?" And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think there would be a Revolutionary War Lego set. But I searched it and I found not real Lego, but a off-brand kind of Lego thing that was just a whole bunch of redcoat soldiers and Revolutionary War colonial soldiers and a couple of cannons in a set. And so I have the minifigures all in little bags here. So they came in all a box like this. Now this was a little bit more expensive for a stocking stuffer, but again, I have 2 boys and there's 2 armies here. So my plan is I'm just gonna divide up these little minifigures. They love minifigures. They love setting these up into scenes, and now it's gonna be a battle scene, I'm very, very sure. And it's tying into what we're learning about in homeschool. So win, win, win all around. I think this is going to be a lot of excitement on Christmas. So yeah, knockoff Lego Revolutionary War soldiers with a couple of cannons to go with them. Also they're each getting a box of Band-Aids in their stocking. For my oldest, I'm doing Star Wars Band-Aids because Star Wars has been life for most of this past year. Then they're each gonna get a flashlight, and this is a step up. Flashlights are also a stocking tradition for us, but they are typically much more like the dollar store flashlight that doesn't last, breaks really quickly. This is a flashlight with a crank and a solar panel, and so I'm hopeful, and it definitely feels more sturdy. I'm hopeful that these are gonna end up lasting longer than the dinky ones we've had in the past. I'm very hopeful. That would be great if it did, because they love flashlights and they're always sad when they break. So I'm hoping that leveling up our flashlight game this year will be a win. Then they're each gonna get a game in their stocking. They've really taken off with their game playing this year. They're often playing games together, whether board games or card games. So I wanted to get some ones that are totally new to our family. I don't know that much about them, but they looked interesting and good. This one is Taco versus Burrito, the card game, the battle to build the weirdest and wildest meal. And I just thought that this seemed very much reminded me of my oldest. There's math in it, basically adding and subtracting. I think you're supposed to try to get a certain amount of points with the numbers, and you're building weird foods. So I think that that meets their level of humor where it's at right now. So this one's for my oldest. And then this is a much more simple game for my younger son because he's not quite at that same game playing level. So this is Taco, Gato, Cabra, Queso, Pizza. This is the Spanish version of the game that goes by the same name, but in English words. And this is more simple. You're just saying these words and trying to figure out when you should slap the card when you are saying the word that matches the card, basically. Something like that. I haven't played it yet, but that's from what I could gather online. It seems pretty simple, more appropriate for his age level. So they're each getting their own little game and something that we can play as a family. Then these, which are kind of hard to tell from what's in the package, but they are little rubber band powered kite gliders. So like little glider kites that you pull a rubber band and have it behind your finger and can hopefully shoot up into the sky and fly them at the park and glide down to the ground and crash. My second son loves kites, airplanes, paper airplanes, anything that flies. So this made me think of him, but they're each gonna get one. This came like 6 in a package, so I might use some of these for friend gifts for their little friends as well. But yeah, in addition, in the big boy stockings, they are going to get some candy canes. I am not a Grinch, but I can't buy the candy too early or else it just will get sticky here in our hot climate where candy does start to melt at room temperature. It's a little crazy, but they will get some candy as well to go with their treat. For my littlest, who is 12 months, you know, they're very different at that age. His stocking is not gonna have as much, but still wanted to get him some special things. So this will be for an activity that I will be able to do with him over the next couple years. Hopefully. We've never had these dot markers before, but I've heard that so many people love them for toddlers. He loves trying to, you know, start to use markers. He sees his big brothers doing art all the time. So hopefully this will be something that can be a fun activity that I think he will grow into. I think still at 12 months, it's a little bit advanced, but something he can grow into and an activity for him. Then here's something that I think he will enjoy quite a bit at this current age, but also will be able to continue using. It's like sensory tubes. There's one with balls, there's one with glitter, there's one with sand, and I can take these out of the package so that they'll all fit into his stocking, and just, you know, they make sounds. They're something fun to shake and look at. They seem pretty sturdy, so he's gonna get those. And then he is not going to get candy canes in his stocking because he's 12 months old, sorry. This is not a 12-month-old food, but he will get some special toddler snacks, like those yogurt melts. He's actually never had them, but my older boys love them. The little freeze-dried yogurt. I think that's what we'll get for a special treat for him. My older boys love them. I'm assuming he probably will. He's never tried it yet, because now that I have 3 kids to feed, they just haven't fit into the normal everyday budget. But for Christmas stockings, we can do that. All right, there's my Christmas stockings idea. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some of the things that make it into your kids' stockings every year? And did you find anything extra special and kind of weird this year, like Revolutionary War soldiers that just meet the interest of the year? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.